Check it out, check it out, check it out now. Come on. 1, 2, 3, hit it.
Hello, Seven Lakes. Happy Black History Month to you. If you missed the Night of Expression last week in honor of Black History Month, you'll be sorry once you see the recap of the show. I, Mrs. Caesar, along with Mrs. Sneller, Miss G, and Miss Walker, spoke on the gifts that we focused on that night: the gift of song, music and dance, the gift of ingenuity, strength and leadership, the gift of story, which included a play based on an African folktale, and finally, the gift of hope. Make sure you read my article in this month's school paper to get some background info on how and why Black History Month started. I am so proud of everyone who participated, and you should be too. Congratulations to the 2 essay contest winners. First place went to Louisa Flores and second place to Marissa Wilson. They both wrote about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to answer the essay contest question, who do you think was the African American who gave the best gift to America? Congratulations, ladies.
My parents are from Zimbabwe, and the language they speak there is Shona. In Shona, my name means thank you, God. In Seven Lakes, there are different cultures from all over the world. For example, at my lunch table that I sit at, there are kids from all over the world. Most of us were born in Texas, but our parents came from all over, from different countries, like Poland, Australia, Ecuador, Zimbabwe, England, Canada, and Mexico. High schools were not always like this, so culturally diverse. There was a time when schools were segregated. Some people had to stand up, be brave, and fight for what they believed was right, so that we can live in a world like we do today. One specific person I have in mind is Rosa Parks.
This is letter 1, young brother, the newest perfect model. Dear young brother, something in your letter, your vibe, your tone, caused me to stop and pay attention. It troubled me that at such an early age, you already expected the worst from people. More than that, you reminded me of myself at your age. Just like you, I had gotten used to people letting me down. At times, it even made it hard for me not to give up on myself. First, I want to tell you something. You are the perfect product of 15 billion years of evolution. That means you are the latest and greatest model of the human species. I respect that, and you should too. I know little seeds of doubt try to pop up when you imagine your best self. These little voices crop up saying, no, you're not the perfect model. You're not that good. Who do you think you are? You're not going to be happy. You're not going to be successful. Life is tough, and you suck. Tell those voices to get up off you. I say that because I, too, fight those voices in my head telling me that I can't be something or can't do something. The most important thing to remember about those voices is that they're wrong. You are the perfect new model. You're perfect, and you have all the potential in the world. Success, happiness, joy, these are your birthrights. Let go of other people's voices in your head. Anybody who ever said that your dreams were not possible. Let it all go. I know it's easier said than done, but if you stick with me, I promise someday you will be unreasonably happy. Grace, peace, and blessings, young brother. Your friend, Hill.
My name is Catherine, and this poem is called A New Day. Don't you just love the challenges? Don't you just love the trials? Don't you just love not knowing if you can go that last extra mile? Because in those times of doubt and fear, you get to find you persevere. You win the fight, even though it gets rough and tough and hard and stuff. You win, and thank God you did it. Why do you keep on pushing? Why do you never give in? Why do you keep on fighting until you spot a brighter day? Because when it's dark and you can't see, you do not stop. You just keep on going until you see that tiny little light there. Ain't I a woman? And I'm just as good as any other man in this audience anywhere. Huh? I'm going to ask you guys one more question before I leave. Look at me. Look at me very well. Ain't I a woman?
I believe the children of children's laughter remind us how we used to be.
And when great souls die, after a period, peace blooms, slowly, in all ways, irregularly. Space is filled with a kind of soothing, electric vibration. Our senses restored, never to be the same, whisper to us. They existed. They existed. We can be and be better, for they existed.
There is a way to actually end this cycle of darkness, but create a cycle of a different kind, a cycle of hope, peace, happiness, and love. The reason why I came up to the stage was to make this speech, was this one word that equals to what I said, equality. A word that should really be pronounced equality. I want to have peace in this world forever. I hope that I can be heard and someone can hear those words. I want America not only to be the land of the free, but the land of equals.
O black and unknown bards of long ago, how came your lips to touch the sacred fire? How in your darkness did you come to know the power and beauty of minstrel's lyre? Who first from midst his bonds lifted his eyes? Who first out the still watch lone and long? Feeling the ancient faith of prophets rise, within his dark-kept soul burst into song.
Swing low, swing chariot, come forth to carry me home. Swing low, swing chariot, coming forth to carry me home. See if you get there before I do. Come forth to carry me home. Tell all of my friends I'm coming to. Come forth to carry me home. I can say I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm better, much better. When I look back over all you brought me through, I can see that you were the one I held on to, and I never would have made it. Oh, I never could have made it. Never could have made it without you. Day on, I made a vow I'll be there when you want me, someday or somehow. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough? Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe.
I can take the Harlem night and wrap around you. Take the neon lights and make a crown. Take the Lenox Avenue buses, taxis, subways, and for your love song, tone the rumble down. Take Harlem's heartbeat, make a drum beat, put it on a record, let it whirl. And while we listen to it play, dance with you till day. Dance with you, my sweet brown Harlem.
This is my husband.
Oh, hello, Dassie.
Your home's so early.
Well, dreadful things happened. We had a terrible fight with the lions. Only by using the brains in my triangular head, and the big eyes on my funny face, and the long legs beneath my body was able to escape. Therefore, I was not able to bring home any meat.
What's that?
Well, I found that piece of meat. It must be the one I saw in my dream.
You don't say.
I do say.
My name is Tammy, and it's time to speed things up a little bit.
With you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. The history of our nation. Years later, the Negro still is not free. Still is not free. The life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, it is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note insofar as her citizens of color are concerned.
His marchers became crusaders, and he, a symbolic Moses, to deliver America